for real. Overload. This is like I got like my pinky. Money, baby, we don't pay, it ain't ours. Bet it back, I bet I match it like the same style. Chopsticks for beef from shutting P.
All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the Kansas City Chiefs. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Takes the give from Mahomes. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Now they'll run it on the toss. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run now with Ware. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
On the run, it's Ware. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Remember, the Chiefs and Pats met in the season opener last year, and it was the Chiefs that came in and shocked the defending champs 42-27 behind 4 Alex Smith touchdowns. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
Right, 20. Right. Go. Let's go. Wait, get.
Shotgun now for Brady. Got a man complete. It's Chris Hogan. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Sound. Tight end right. Shadow. White 20. Green 80. Here we go.
Throwing is Brady on third down. And able to find Dorsett. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And they convert on third with a gain of 22. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is James White. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Sugar. Here we go.
Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Wait, 20. Wait, 20. Wait. Whip. Here we go. Watch the whip.
Throwing again. Brady. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. D. Ford. In from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead him up 3rd and long.
Wait, White 20! Green 80!
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here. They go play action for White. Now it's Brady. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Allen on the punt as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
We got 4. Left.
They'll run it now. This is Charkandrick West. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. The corner, Stephon Gilmore on the stop. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Slow! 4 down. Z!
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Slow!
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's a carry for the former Dolphin. It's Damian Williams. And he'll take this one down to the 36. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Rolling to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Deron Harmon. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll start the drive with a give to White. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Brady to throw on 3rd and 1. Gets it to Gordon. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. Here's Ryan Allen now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This will be fielded at the 17. So 1:55 to go in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this. They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll get across the 20, but only to about the 22-yard line. Adrian Claiborne, the one who makes the stop.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down he'll go at the 25. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. They run it here. Ware. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail!
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He's going to go deep for Conley. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Chris Conley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Butker now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Final 24 seconds of the first half as they come up here 1st and 10.
Wait, 20! Wait! Go! Let's go!
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Flushed out right. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Let's go,
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Stop! Blue 20! Wait, 20! We got 4. 54! Go! Wait! 44's the mic, 44's mic. Check. Sugar! In your face. Go!
Looking back to the air on 2nd down, it's Brady. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Justin Houston able to drop him for a loss of 4. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Let's go.
Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long.
Stop! Wait, 20! Wait, 20!
The final shot before half for Brady. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. The all-pro safety Eric Berry in on the stop.
I can't help it. Every time I see Eric Berry make a play, as we just saw him make a tackle there, I just want to stand up and applaud.
Because he went to Tennessee like you?
Well, that doesn't hurt one bit, but how about the comeback? I mean, he came back from beating cancer and getting back to Pro Bowl level, one of the best players in the game.
Now Brady, quickly to Gronkowski, that's caught. And now running right through it. The familiar refrain, Brady to Gronk for the New England first.
I'm guessing, partner, that if we're in the huddle with the Patriots right now, there's not a single guy that thinks they have any chance of coming back in this one, especially not with Tom Brady.
Yeah, who's Tom Brady? What's he done in the past as far as comebacks are concerned? Yeah, down right now, but that can evaporate quickly with him in the huddle.
Sugar! Like 20!
On first down, Brady. He completes it right side to White. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Like 20!
Brady to throw on second down. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And he will take it on out to the 20-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They are excited about where they are in this game.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail!
On the ground, this is Ware. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Left!
Now the rookie from Alabama, it's Bo Scarborough. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Z! That's it, baby! Ready! Blue 45! Blue 45!
On second down, here's Mahomes. Buying time to his left. And going deep for Hill. And this is taken in at the 5. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 58 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
They'll run for it with Bo Scarborough. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
To me, that's a terrific run on first and goal at the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and get...
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Bo Scarborough, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And this one's incomplete. Julian Edelman, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Watch tight. Tight end right, tight end right. Right 20, right 20.
Brady will try again on 2nd down. This is White on the screen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in.
Let's go.
A very nice pickup of 33 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
White 20, 390. Hey, check. 3 down, 3 down.
To throw again, Brady. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
White 20, green 80. White 10.
Now Brady again. And able to find Dorsett. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Philip Dorsett, his first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots are back within a score. Gostkowski the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now here's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Flush to his right. And avoids the contact by sliding. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here we go. Green, 90. Green, 90.
Mahomes to throw on second down. His throw incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wonder about his mechanics right now, you know, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice to make it repetitive, but it has to repeat under pressure, whether it's pressure from the defense or just the pressure of playing the game.
Now. Green, 90. Green, 90.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. 64 was Matt Prater's record. This would top that by a yard. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Blue 20, wide 80. Check 59.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Alabama, 380.
Chris Jones on the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Here we go. Check it. I got trick this side. We got three. White 20. White 20. I got a left. Move out. Here we go, D. Hey, quick it.
Now Brady throwing on second down. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Brady to Gronkowski for the Patriot first down.
I like how they worked the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
20.
Throwing on first down is Brady. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make it a second down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? From the gun, it's Brady. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Philip Dorsett, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, you know, there. That only helps the other.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Patriots have it.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
4 down.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Brady. And this is caught. It's Edelman. A very solid gain of 27. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked number 1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
4 down. Wait 20. Wait 20. Go.
Here's Brady to throw. And that's caught by Gronk for a Pats touchdown. Rob Gronkowski, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Patriots. Just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
There we go. Green 39. Green 39. Slow.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Flushed out right. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10. Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
The drive starts with a run by White. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. They keep it on the ground. White again. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Shotgun now for Brady. Goes underneath here to White. And down he'll go at the 25. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to make it fourth down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Escaping the pressure right. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Here we go. 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail! Ace!
They run. This is Scarborough. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this.
That's it, baby. That's it. That's it. Big hit. Left. Slow.
Mahomes now on first down. Being chased out left. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one goes for 24 yards. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Z.
He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And it's 3rd down. This entire defensive unit, Charles, they've really put in a good shift tonight, so to speak.
I like how you phrased that. This has been a good shift. They punched the clock the entire evening. Ought to have shirts that have their names on them in the front to let them know these are blue-collar workers who are getting it done.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8.
87's mine. Don't worry about it.
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but, boy, he's playing really well.
And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
20! Like 20!
Brady going to look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
On 3rd down, it's White. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe... seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Here's Ryan Allen now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch.
And this is caught at the 20. And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the fourth quarter. Butker now to add the extra point. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Butker on for the PAT. A very important extra point there, up and good. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Butker now to kick this one away. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. A little juke. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Throwing left side, he's got Gronk complete. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Clock rolling here, about to hit 30 seconds. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Regular. 220. 380. Out. Motion. Wait. Mike's both. Hey, gold 66.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Now they're just trying to do anything possible to try and get the ball downfield and get into field goal range.
And with that clock dwindling, they felt the need to take a pretty big shot there. Unfortunately, couldn't complete it. Back to throw. And Allen's got it. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So now it's going to come down to the Pro Bowler, Gostkowski. This from 55 yards out. And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. And it's complete. They're going to get the first. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. As his guys are in for 6. And the Patriots have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter.
Brandon, you know I love boxing, right? You know I love big fights, right? I'd given them the standing 8 count a few times along the way. And look at how this one ended.
Yeah, they had, well, I guess 9 lives, just like a cat, kept fighting, and they're in the end making the huge play to get the game winner.
I guess that's the epitome of you always have a puncher's chance.
Gostkowski with the extra point, and that'll make this a 6-point game. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for New England, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they taste defeat for the first time this season as they drop to 5-1. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
brain. Now your favorite rapper name on a headstone. Too late, he already there.
Imagine when you're 30,000 feet up, what you think of? Oh, I hated knowing that my thoughts would turn to dream, cause I never knew I'd get my chance to link up. Oh, I tell you all of this unusual to me. Where I came from, the bottom, flat bitch living, walking dead on.